That's probably the one that I got pretty close to death.
아, 한순간 잘못된 판단을 하면 내가 목숨을 잃을 수도 있겠구나.
The Korean special forces are working up in the mountainous environment and how they do practice that.
From the recruits, I want them to bring 100% of themselves to the team.
That was the most extreme as a in special forces. That's probably the one that I got pretty close to death. That was one of those situations we ended up losing 3 guys, my Iraqi counterparts. The machine gunner who was on the top of the turret lost both of his legs. We lost 2 vehicles. It was a long night. It was a very long night. It was just, it was one of those. That's probably the one time that I was like, okay, this one got a little close. So. You train hard and you sweat and you bleed in practice so that you don't bleed in war, right? So for us, we train and train and train and drill that when it's real life, you've been here before a million times, so it's not new. My name is Will Ravello. I'm a Special Forces Green Beret. I served a total of 17 years in the military. And my family originated from Cuba. My dad used to talk about the Green Berets when I was a little guy. And my dad used to always tell me, because of the communist situation that's in Cuba, this whole thing could get fixed if they would just send in the Green Berets. It'd be over in a minute, in a day. And that stuck with me. So I always wanted to be a Green Beret for my dad. And when I did the transition, my dad was there to graduate, and he saw me, and he was holding it for me. He has a super big smile on his face. So as a soldier, my slogan is that no individual is greater than the team. My team is more important than myself at all times. My team is going to keep me alive, and it's my job to keep them alive. If the moment that I become selfish and I think of myself first, mission's a failure. The mission and the team is number one. Just give 100%, don't quit on each other, and maybe see how much further we can go than what we thought. You work as a team, you can accomplish anything in this world. I don't need to be right. I don't have all the answers. They don't have all the answers, but we have all the answers, if that makes sense. All of us together will figure this out. So I think that we're all going to end up with friends. We're going to experience pain, we're going to experience a good time, and we're going to learn. We're going to learn things that either that we're going to learn from each other because we push ourselves as far as we can. I don't know from which unit's going to win, but hard work, give it everything we got, try our hardest, and leave it all on the table. And if we do that, we'll be successful.
Who dares wins. So the SAS is the British Special Forces unit, which specialises in infill skills through the air. So the SAS's main skill is overseas deployments, overseas operations, counter-terrorism. So to be in the SAS, you need a high level of physical and mental resilience. The one who takes the calculated risk always is successful in what he does. My name's Jay Morton. I joined T2 SAS back in 2008. The military probably gave me a life. You know, joining the military made me who I am today. You know, going through any tough challenge or any difficult course or situation, you get to learn a lot about yourself. I felt that I wanted to test myself more, and I felt that I wanted to progress my career in the military, and the only way to progress your career in the military is to go Special Force. Being part of a team, being part of a purpose, traveling the world, you know, being on an operation is something that not many people get to experience. We have a saying in the SAS, which is the relentless pursuit of excellence. So it basically means that you want to do everything to 100%, and you want to try and excel in everything that you do. So if I can, at the end of the day, say that I gave 110% in every day, that's what I demand from the soldiers that will fall under me. From the recruits, I want them to give 100% of their effort. I want them to give 100% of their knowledge and experience. And I want them to bring 100% of themselves to the team.
모든 훈련은 다 힘든데 죽을 만큼 힘들다? 그거는 마인드의 차이인 것 같아요. 네, 안녕하세요. 이창준이라고 합니다. 특전사에서 13년 근무했고 마지막으로 했던 부대는 707이고 707은 대테러 업무를 위주로 임무 수행을 하는 부대입니다. 저는 개인적으로 사람은 만들어진다고 생각합니다. 근데 만들어지기 위해서는 버티면 된다고 생각을 하거든요. 버텨라. 버티면 이긴다가 제 슬로건이 되겠습니다. 성인이 된 이후부터 제 앞가림을 제가 해야 되는 상황이었어요. 뒷받침을 해줄 여력이 집에서는 안 됐었고 군대라면 내가 잘해볼 수 있을 것 같다. 그리고 간절했고 그렇게 해서 군대를 특전사로 가게 됐는데 아프가니스탄 파병을 간 적이 있는데 그때 이제 폭발물 처리반으로 간 적이 있습니다. 실제로 주둔지 안에 실제로 포탄이 떨어지는 경우도 있었고 우리가 순찰을 도는 그 길목에 불발탄이 떨어진 경우도 있었어요. 그런 부분에서 이제 폭발물 처리반이기 때문에 저희 EOD가 출동을 해서 해체를 하는데 그런 부분에 대해서 한순간 잘못된 판단을 하면 내가 목숨을 잃을 수도 있겠구나. 한순간이니까 가장 기억에 많이 남습니다. 지금 제 인생을 돌아보면 가기 전에 군대라는 것은 저한테 도피처였다면 갔다 와서는 군대라는 곳이 없었으면 지금의 제 삶을 생각할 수 없는 제 인생에서 터닝포인트를 명확하게 심어준 곳이 군대죠. 개인적으로 어느 부대끼리 경쟁하는 걸 굉장히 싫어해요. 좋은 부대, 나쁜 부대가 없거든요. 그래서 이번 프로그램의 취지가 너무 좋아요. 서로 다른 부대원들이 서로 뭉쳐서 힘을 합쳐가는 그런 취지이기 때문에 저는 이번 프로그램이 굉장히 좋은 취지라고 생각을 하고 최선을 한번 다해보려고 생각하고 있습니다. 부대의 진가들이 어느 부분에서 어떻게 나올지 기대를 한번 걸어보고 있습니다. 좀 유능한 친구들이 지원을 했으면 좋겠어요. 그 친구들이 느끼는 게 아니라 우리 국민들이 안심했으면 좋겠어. 특수부대 출신들조차도 저렇게 뛰어난데 지금 현직에 있는 사람들은 얼마나 더 대단한 사람들이 우리나라를 지키고 있고 우리 국민들을 지키고 있는지 그것 때문에 출연한 거예요. 그것 때문에. 그래서 유능한 모습, 잘하는 모습, 멋진 모습 이 모든 것들이 영상에 담겨서 저희 국민들이 저희 군인들의 노고를 조금이나마 생각해주는 그런 계기가 됐으면 좋겠어요. 국가가 곧 국민이고 국가가 국민을 지키기 위해서 저희 군인들이 있는 거니까요. 솔직한 심정이에요.
My name is Johan Reispass. I did 17 years in the Swedish Special Forces. I'm a skydiver doing CQB and close protection work. Yeah, the unit has its origins in 1994, so it's quite we are the only Special Forces unit in Sweden, and it's a lot of snow and cold during the winter. To be able to pass the test, it's more about seeing your mentality, overall qualifications. Yeah, it's almost a way of living during some part of the time. It has become such a big part of your life. When you're working as a team and you're standing there and you're having your task to fulfill, you must trust your teammates behind you. We're gonna mix up new teams. The Korean Special Forces are working up in the mountainous environment and how they do practice there. I'm looking forward to meeting the soldiers to find out how they are and working with them. I'm really looking forward to it.
Turtle looks good. Over. Red light, red light. I got it. Jimcha, go. 3. Casualty. Go. Casualty. Go. Go. Listen to me. Go in there and around. Do you understand what I'm saying? Fucking 8 minutes. Let's go. We've been here 6 minutes. 빨리 와. 가보자. Johnny!